Hello, everyone. I hope that you are doing well. My name is Angelise Prince. I am a child of God, a serial entrepreneur, and the founder and finance manager here at Galatians Bookkeeping. Today, we are going to be talking about how a bookkeeper can actually grow your revenue and increase your revenue a few times over. And so I'm super excited to be talking about this topic with you guys today because it's going to be really, really good. Now, to give you a little backstory on who we are as Galatians Bookkeeping, we are a Christ-based finance management firm here in Atlanta, Georgia, that helps entrepreneurs get back to the work that they love through faithful stewardship and by organizing their finances. We started over 3.5 years ago by God's grace, and since that time, we've been able to manage over $10 million in gross revenue, and that number continues to climb by God's grace alone. And so again, today we are talking about exactly how you can increase your revenue just by having a bookkeeper on your team, and of course also the Holy Spirit, which is first and foremost. So the first thing that I want to talk about is services. What does a bookkeeper do? So I can't speak for all bookkeepers everywhere in the world, but at Galatians Bookkeeping, we do a myriad of things for our clients. We handle expense organization, bill and invoice management, receivables and payables, monthly reconciliation, budget and spend reports, monthly analytics reports, and strategic planning. And so essentially how I like to think about it is as the money is coming into your business bank account, we manage and make sure that that money gets there. We manage that money to make sure that it stays there. And we also manage the money that needs to go out to your particular employees, contractors, vendors, so on and so forth. Now, as we are supporting our clients in this way, this usually is represented in a myriad of ways, where this breaks down into 3 main pillars that are so crucial for your business. Number 1 is data, the next one is reporting, and the next one is strategy. And so as we are servicing your business or as we are servicing your books throughout the month, what you'll find is that data is already taken care of. That minute details that so often get lost in the sauce when it comes to managing your finances is what we do day in and day out. And I will say that this is where a lot of entrepreneurs get tripped up because this takes the most time and the most brain space in terms of making sure that all the details are right so that you don't have to do the work over and over and over again. In the work of accounting and in the work of finance, our work builds one month on top of the other, one day on top of the other. And so if we get the details wrong on day 1, it's more than likely going to show up on day 10, month 10, year 10, and so on. And so we want to make sure that we get things right the first time and that everything is done well and with excellence. As we are servicing the data throughout the month, that usually translates into reporting. And again, if we don't have accurate data, if we don't have detailed data that's been monitored and operated in with excellence, then the reporting can be off as well. And so if we have clean data, then we can have clean reporting. And this reporting is really important for you because as a CEO and as an entrepreneur, you're now able to make those decisions that are so crucial for your business with clarity and with more ease and with less stress because you already have so many other things that you need to be worrying about. And so if you have that clear reporting that's in front of you, you can easily be able to make a decision whether you need to increase, decrease, or overall change complete processes or operations in your business based on what the story is that the numbers are telling. All right. And so after you are looking at your reporting, this is where we get into the fun part, which is strategy. Strategy is where we are taking the information that we have gleaned from the reporting, and now we're able to build out what the next quarter might look like, what the next 6 months might look like, what the next year or 3 years or 5 years might look like, and how that extrapolates down into every person in every department in your organization. And so a lot of what we find is that companies who have not done the due diligence to have clean data or have clean reporting are finding it so frustrating when it comes to strategy and when it comes to growing their business because they haven't done the due diligence and done the legwork consistently to make sure that the data and the reporting are clean on a consistent basis. And so that's what we do and how we service our clients. Now, what's more exciting as we kind of break down, well, what does strategy actually mean? How can we even go further into rounding out the full spectrum of financial management services that can be beneficial to you as a CEO? Well, now that we have gotten data, reporting, and strategy out of the way, now we can get into tax planning, CFO strategies, which is essentially growth strategies. And we can also get into wealth management that will set you up for long-term success. And so again, if you are not doing the due diligence to handle the data reporting and the strategy, if you're not managing those details on a consistent basis, it can be very hard to get to this point where you are able to kind of zoom out a lot more and do the tax planning, do the CFO strategy, and do the wealth management. As we continue on, this full spectrum continues to build even within itself. And the reason why is because for tax planning, for example, the reason why you really want clean data and clean reporting before you go into tax planning is because you want to be able to save money. A lot of entrepreneurs and CEOs might find it very frustrating to overpay taxes that they didn't originally owe because the data was wrong, or to underpay their taxes because the information that they had was wrong and be penalized for it. And so we want to make sure that we get tax planning right as quickly as possible and with as much operational attention to detail as we can. Additionally, as we get into CFO strategies, the reason why this growth mechanism is so important and so fundamental for your business is because by having someone who is managing all financial operations of your business, this really primes your business for additional growth. How does this happen? Through prayer, through serving, through strategy, and through consistency, okay? Same thing with wealth management. Maybe you're in a place where you're making multiple six figures and you're really heading towards that $1 million mark and even that multi-million dollar mark. What we want to start doing is priming your business and priming your financial operations and systems so that you can have that long-term financial plan that will be able to grow with you over time, which is the main meat and potatoes of what we're doing. Overall, saves you so much time as a CEO and as a business owner, because bookkeeping requires detailed work, and not just detailed work one time, but detailed work consistently. What does this really mean in terms of numbers? How does this really, the results, what can the results look like for you who are, when you're able to collaborate with a bookkeeping team or an accounting team that is helping you with the full spectrum of financial management? Well, of course, we're going to look at numbers to see what that difference really looks like. And so on the screen are 3 different clients that work with us right now that give you some insight as to what their revenue increase has been year over year. Now, I will say, because we take confidentiality very, very seriously within our business, these numbers are slightly adjusted within about the $5,000 to $10,000 range, just again to preserve the integrity and preserve the confidentiality of our clients, but they're pretty on par. And so client A had an increase of $50,000 between the year 2022 and 23. Client B had an increase in revenue of $20,000 between 2022 and 2023. Client C had upwards of $160,000 in increase between the years of 2022 and 2023. Now, I won't say that it's solely because you have hired a bookkeeper that you are seeing this increase. We work collaboratively, and so we're working in tandem with you as a business owner and with your operations team who is on the ground. However, what I find that is very powerful and very interesting is we love to present these types of numbers to our clients so that they can feel encouraged about how they are progressing in their business, what's working and what might not be working, and what we can change to ensure that they're reaching their goal for the overall year. So I hope that this is helpful for you in terms of how you can be benefiting from a bookkeeper and from an accounting team that is filling out the full financial spectrum in terms of supporting you with bookkeeping and accounting. And I cannot wait to talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.